obviously plays a really good patient Pac-Man, and believe me, I know what the patience was. but
Yeah.
Tokyo is pinpoint with those plays on Violet, so Duffy's got a little bit of their, they got their hands full, but it'll be interesting to see who moves ahead to take on Sharp. Before we get there, let's talk about this match we got right now. We're going to Smashville, Bowser versus Pikachu. Honestly, I don't know who has it easier here. Pikachu, again, very, very active with these hitboxes. Bowser, a big boy, but Bowser can kill like 2-3 hits.
Well, and the entire time we've talked about what makes it, who's got the better advantage, it doesn't matter what stage for Pikachu, because Bowser just gets juggled to oblivion. And I'm pretty sure, I think this match has actually happened offline before at one of the Overclock series, and I am fairly certain DM took the W, if I remember correctly. And this is one of the really difficult matchups for Bowser because of the fact that Bowser has to accept he's going to 120 like so without pretty much being able to contest it. It's all on Leon being able to capitalize on the few actual punishes that he's allowed to get, because Pikachu just gets a hold of you once and then you go for a whole ride looking like Marvel.
Ooh, but that up smash, man. Leon, and that's the thing, is like, of course DM's gonna get his combos and stuff, but Leon is the best Bowser in the world for a reason. And it's because he will capitalize on some of those openings. He might slip up here and there, but like, you gotta be sure that he's gonna find a way to get you right back. And the other thing here is that Bowser does have that tough guy armor. There might be a way for him to find his way through it. But as of right now, man, DM is certainly holding this lead, but we'll see if Leon's able to bounce back.
I think one of the best descriptions I've ever heard from like Leon's playstyle is that he plays like he never feels like he's going to be punished. And I think that's a big part of not only playing a heavy, but being someone like Bowser who has big burst speed, and he knows I just got to win 2 interactions and hope you almost land directly on top of me with the up smash and you die. So, and these down airs have been putting in work too. That gets into DM's head. It's like, okay, I won a few interactions, but then I get command grabbed, and now all of a sudden, one straight fair away is going to take me out.
And there we go, man. We also almost saw the edge guard there for Leon. DM was certainly in a bit of trouble throughout those T-jolts just to try and create some sort of disruption to Leon's game plan. But here we go, man. Down throw. He's looking for that nair. Wasn't able to get it. Big old punish from Leon. Well played. Continues to hold on this lead, and he probably won't be dying anytime soon. I mean, he is Bowser. He's going to be living a little bit.
You know what I like about these down airs early on? Even though they seem like, oh, kind of reckless abandon, I'm just kind of swinging on my way down, but DM has been hit by it 3 times so far. That's going to make DM back off and assume a defensive position because he can't afford to run in, and that's going to open up so many opportunities for Leon to land in a matchup where normally Bowser struggles to touch the ground. Right now, Bowser's struggling with nothing because that large lead DM had at the start is gone!
Oh, no, he's living a little bit, but it certainly was a little closer. Take a seat, King, and Leon gotta sit his way through the game 1 there. Oh my, this is gonna, if this is just a sneak peek of what we're gonna see in this set, I don't think I'm ready for this action.
I'm just saying, I've been playing Mousetrap completely incorrect. All you have to do is just sit on him. Coming out there, catching the quick attack in, didn't even go to ledge immediately, just covering the multiple options. If you go high or you go low, I'm going to hit you with this Bowser bomb, and that is the stuff that gets deep in your head, and that's why Leon is such a scary person to fight, because no matter what you do, no matter how much you kept Leon from playing the game at the start, it doesn't matter, because Bowser can just delete you at any moment.
Yeah, man, it definitely was something there. I don't know, man. We'll have to see how the rest of this plays out. Like, it's just insane. Like, especially catching Pikachu out of quick attack, like going for that type of option. You know Leon has to have some experience fighting Pikachus here. And talking about experience, you're definitely going for one right now. This is the Pikachu experience. It's a free ride to all sorts of damage.
So I think this is one of Pikachu's best matchups versus big bodies and heavies in general, because little bit of everybody's favorite stage hazard coming in. So this luckily it disappeared pretty quick. Now Pikachu gets to use Thunder Jolts on the way back up. It helps prevent ledge trapping. It also gets to use it on the way down on somebody who has a very linear recovery like Bowser's up B. So it makes it super easy for DM not only to just keep comboing him in center stage because of the wide stage, but it makes it easy for DM to get early edge guards or something like that, confirming straight into the down B, even with the wide blast zones of Kalos, still able to get the KO.
Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing here, though, is that this is pretty much how game 1 started off, and we'll have to see if DM's going to be able to stay consistent. Right now, it's the same as the first stock here, so it's just nothing but history repeating itself time and time again.
Yeah, look, this is that it is a one-player game. When you say stock's rising better than Dogecoin, you better just go ahead and dip yourself down. And oh, see, right there, oh, good early up B. He actually screwed up DM's timing because that could have been a very free down air that DM just missed because of the early up B.
Yeah, he tried forcing the whirling fortress there a little bit, trying to get something going, but was not able to find it. Yeah, this second stock is looking forfeit. I mean, I don't know if you have been watching the same Dogecoin I've been watching, man, but it's falling a bit.
Yeah, all I'm just saying is that Wario might not have been the play, my friend. So here we go, getting into this last one. 3 stocks up to 1. This is exactly what could be so difficult about this matchup. Even though Leon was able to tear him apart before, he had Smashville platform to at least do that right there, down air. Thank you for doing it on cue. But with Kalos, Pikachu could just hide and wait for that one win, and Leon is just getting blown up right now.
I'm like, what stage did Leon not? Oh, there we go. Great forward smash, gonna close it up. But I want to know, what stage did Leon not want to go to where he felt like Kalos was better? Like, I want to know what the bans were.
I think Leon might not have been thinking about Kalos at the time. Like, maybe in Leon's head, he's like, okay, Kalos, why blast stones? I'm not gonna die. I'm heavy as hell, and it's also, you know, it's Pikachu. Pikachu pretty much is only gonna KO me with dash attack a high percent or a drag down smash or something at the ledge. But no, it didn't even matter because the true combo window for Thunder is so long that DM just exposed him on it. So I'm very curious too as to where we're going. I highly doubt we'll ever see Kalos in the rest of the set.
Probably not, man. It's like when we're looking at the stage list, let me see if I can find it again. I did have it up not too long ago because, like I said, I kind of got bopped out of the tournament myself. But like, there's like the counter picks are Town and City, Yoshi's, Kalos, and Lilat, right? So, and then your starters are the usual suspects, but in place of Town and City, we get Small Battlefield. So I'm kind of wondering, like, what was on there? Like, I don't know. Leon's definitely, you know, he's more familiar with the matchup than I am, and you know, he is one of the best Bowser players in the world. But like, I don't know, I just feel like Kalos is just something you don't want to leave on against Pikachu ever.
I think you might have hit the nail on the head when you mentioned Lilat, because I didn't realize Lilat was on this stage pick, because even with the moving platform thing being gone, it's still an incredible stage for Pikachu. There's so many different things Pikachu can do in terms of combo pressure on that stage, and it's harder for Bowser to consistently do things like grounded down airs and land safely with a forward air, because then you're on a platform directly above Pikachu. Nobody wants that. So that could have been the counter pick that might have just left Kalos open, not realizing that Kalos is one of the best stages for Pikachu against heavies.
Yeah, I do understand that not a lot of people are the biggest fan of Lilat. It's almost like an auto ban for so many people. But I feel like Lilat would have been better than Kalos, I think. I don't know. But doesn't matter. We're not gonna you know, dwell on that too much. We are at 1 apiece here, and Yoshi's will allow Leon to get some earlier kills than we saw in Smashville. Look, there's that up smash. We saw that actually come into play a couple times here, but that Thunderbolt, man, that's gonna be enough to take out that first stock.
In a different universe, that up smash hit, and you were right on cue with talking about the early KOs, because that probably would have killed him. He was jumping directly above him, and he would have been dead. Pikachu, sure, gets early KOs off to the sides too. It helps out. But last thing you want to do is have a Bowser who's killing you like 20% earlier, nearly like every single time, especially off the top. That platform, oh, that was just barely out of the window for it. And even with it, Thunder Jolts don't mean nothing, but good DI again from DM, keeping himself in it.
Oh, it took both those Thunder Jolts, unfortunately. But the up tilt, just throw it out a couple times. You know, the Pikachu will eventually run into it. Pikachus love holding forward.
Yeah, hey, look, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that whole hold forward campaign is in the right hands because of a certain Pikachu player that is on there, and you are correct. True. Yeah, oh, good grab again. One of the things I'm always so impressed about from Leon, even though it's a mechanic that benefits everyone, his mental awareness of tough guy is so good. He does not leave small windows like that where he can get an actual punish, pretty much go away for free.
Ooh, you know what? Hey, nice DI there. I'm pretty sure DM was looking for him to DI the wrong way so he get that Thunder. He will still find the stock with the up smash. So, I mean, it's not the hugest problem, but it's kind of still an even game unless DM really just kind of goes off right here, which he might.
Yeah, that could have been significantly worse than it was. Good job holding on to shield right there. And these up smashes are no longer working. Now, I'm not saying you stop doing them, but DM has been playing around those up smashes, which were kind of an issue until I decided to talk about it, because that's exactly how we do it. We control the timeline, and now up smash is a viable option.
All right, can you just go ahead and say I won't be getting $1 million tomorrow, because I would really appreciate that.
Look, I need somebody to say that for me as well, because I've been trying to curse that into my bank account for a while.
Hey, man, we are not going to get $1 million tomorrow.
Oh man, I can't wait for that lotto number I played. All right, so all right, here we go. One stock apiece. This game's basically even just because of the fact that one bad interaction at ledge could spell very big problems for DM. Already getting mixed up. Back air call. No, up smash decided to stay grounded. And hold on, you're dead. So
listen,
so game even, right?
Yeah, it was an even game. I mean, the problem here is that it all started actually when DM actually had a turnaround. He grabbed the wrong direction, and that's the entire reason why that stock disappeared, or this game disappeared. So, I mean, Leon was just able to take advantage of that. He was ready. He's ready to slow down the game. I mean, DM did a fantastic job putting this pressure down the entire time. But again, like you mentioned earlier, when you're a heavy, you kind of have to accept that you're going to take like 100% against some of these combo heavy characters, and you just get to play the game after that. Right?
Yeah.
But the other problem with that final stock is as soon as Leon put him off stage, he knew that DM has been throwing out these T-jolts time and time again to create disruption, and Leon had been staying on stage the entire time. So as soon as he was able, look, right there. See, gets that one? Yep, there it is. So he wasn't ready for Leon to go off stage because Leon has been waiting on stage for so long. It's a great way to wrap up the game 3. Have to see if he can keep this up for game 4.
Good point out in the recognition of the Thunder Jolts. That's something that people don't really go to bother and deal with. You know, people who throw in projectiles on their way back in. Sure, it's a safe option, but not every single time. Because when it becomes predictable, it's a free punish. And that is something that you cannot let someone like Leon get. Once Leon starts recognizing that those whiffs are available, he's going to capitalize on it. And that's the big reason why we're looking at a 2-1 lead instead of a 2-1 lead in favor of DM.
All right, but here we go, right back to Smashville. This is where we saw Leon take game 1, so I'm a little surprised we're seeing DM run it back here. He must be feeling a bit of confidence. Hopefully he can find a way to close this out. Oh boy, you know, I think...
He was going for it. Yeah, if you think, it's true. Leon is not afraid to go for double suicide KOs with that command grab just to put himself in a position where he's up 2 stocks on you while you're facing elimination, and you're that much more frightened because it's like, well, every stray hit is in favor of Bowser, and that's one less Pikachu stock he's got to fight for.
Right. It would come down to, is DM ready for it? Because Pikachu has the capability, especially on Smashville, if Leon was to go for that, to actually be able to recover back to stage, no problem.
True enough, yeah. That's one of those things that kind of catches you, like, you check them. Like, it's a skill check moment. Like, are they prepared? Oh my goodness, Leon was looking for that Bowser Bomb at ledge again. And that jump, that air dodge, all of it is so hard to, like, mix up when you're that high above Pikachu.
Oh, here we go, man. Okay, this is looking very reminiscent of game 1, where we saw DM take that early stock, that early KO, having about 50-60, right? And then Leon respawns, it just piles on damage, hit after hit. And we've seen that one-up smash. We could be seeing the stock disappear here very soon.
Yeah, he literally every game, like even last game, right? Like Leon was getting juggled to oblivion, and he was not much you could do about it. But it doesn't, like, it's all about the long game. So even though like DM is establishing this early pressure, DM hasn't been able to close out the last stock comfortably. And again, not worried at all about Thunder Jolt. You match that side B, it's got really quick startup.
Oh, okay. There we go. That was a great way to get back on stage for DM. Got a nice 53% loss to stock, but, you know, you did get a little bit of extra credit. So, I mean, extra credit, you know?
extra. Go to the teacher. I'm like, look, I'm really behind. I know I haven't done any of my projects,
yeah,
but I need some help.
I mean, hey, DM does kind of need a bit of a grade curve right now. Oh, my goodness. I thought that was a forward smash for a little bit. I thought DM was done.
Oh no! So that unfortunately is not something uncommon on a DM. It does happen every once in a while on a set. It's kind of the same thing as the contracted Bayo thing. We almost there was just a barely missed thunder that would have just put him back on stage, but now you're a whole stock behind on Leon. You know what Leon is thinking? I'm gonna trade with you now. I'm gonna stock up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be looking for it. I mean, the good news here is that DM doesn't have the lower percentage, or he does have the lower percentage, so like Leon's not gonna have as much control over it as DM would. But I mean, right now that could be changing up very soon.
Oh, look at that! Waited too, did he? And now Leon is playing the wait and see game that just barely missed another spot dodge into Whirling Fortress. What are you gonna do about your ledge option? You gotta watch out. And then immediately after the F tilt, conditions him to roll on, and then the bravest man in the business decided to go right on top, and it doesn't matter because that's not game. Excuse me.
I mean, one more of those will certainly be like what he needs to close this out. And the problem here, right, is that even if DM's able to take the stock here, right, which probably could be able to, tough guy. Oh my God, Bowser, you are a tough guy. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, man. Just to be ready to throw out that up tilt. Woo.
Oh my god, the immediate parry into up tilt punish and just the recognition of the fact that if you got hit there, yeah, you would have been put off stage, but you were pointing it out just before that death. He's up a whole 130% in favor on that last stock if it goes away. Sure, Pikachu can juggle you like crazy, but you already learned in the previous games, even when you had a large lead, you were able to take it back. But that was 130% on Pikachu, so you're going to be in a much better spot.
Yeah. And yeah, actually, you're right. It was a parry. I thought it was a tough guy. Honestly, I wouldn't have been surprised.
I wouldn't have been either.
But hey, good stuff to Leon. Gonna find a way to take that 3-1. That was a very, very strong showing. Where he will be moving on to Winners Finals, where he will be taking on Mr. E, which honestly is probably, what, another Tri-State Classic?
That is a Tri-State Classic, yes. And actually, you know what's funny? You know, Leon is one of the few people who can actually put a W in the column while facing a Pikachu, right? Also one of the few who consistently can put a W in the column while facing a Lucina, because that matchup actually looks like a struggle for Lucina because of the fact that both of them have very similar range. But the thing is, Lucina likes thriving on people getting early KOs off of like mid-weight range characters and usually does well against heavies. But with Bowser, you have to watch out for the fact that if you miss space one of those out of shield aerials like back air, you're getting hit by a back air out of shield by Bowser, or if you land right next to it, snatching you right up and going ahead and take you for a ride. So I think that matchup might actually be in favor of Leon. It's going to be on Mr. E to figure out how to how he changes it up.
Yeah, like you said, like it basically, we thought Mr. E had to be on point with his spacing against Sharp. Against Leon, you got to be even like micro spacing becomes more important at this point, because like again, if you whiff on anything, like you said, Bowser has the capability to match you shot for shot, hit for hit. Like, so he's got to make sure that he's on top of his game, or Leon's really going to take him for a ride. No Marvel vs. Capcom or anything like that. But
hey, look, we bring it up every single time. It was Marvel, baby, and it's so